Bitter, hateful. Whoopi Goldberg goes after Karoline Leavitt, the new White House press secretary. Welcome to John Mike Keene.
Yeah. I would like this young lady this is her first job. I would like her to do a little homework.
You need to do a little homework. It is not her first job.
Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table.
She would have still gotten the job at least today because she is accomplished and very good at what she does. And now Whoopi is trying to make it sound like she only got the job because she's a woman and because of wokeness. No. The first wave feminists where it gave women a vote back in the early 1900s was a long time ago. Woke came way after that. People like Karoline Leavitt were probably passed up under Biden, like hundreds of accomplished women who could have done the job, but they couldn't get it because they weren't gay and black. Wokeness would have made sure that she didn't get the job. Whoopi?
Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason. Because black people couldn't get into colleges.
Colleges have preferred blacks for quite a while. It's a huge credential in college. It did not need the woke movement. Woke movement made it worse. Woke movement made sure that Asians with absolutely off-the-chart grades and Indians did not make it into colleges where white students were way lower percentages to prefer black students. That's what woke means, is it means absolutely destroying merit and putting unqualified people into jobs.
Because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women. Yeah. See, this is not black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's world. So please stop using that phrase you're talking about because you don't understand what you're saying.
Whoopi, did you only get that job because you're a black woman, or is it because you're funny and entertaining? I think you're funny and entertaining, even if you were a man or you're a woman. Why not prove how open you are by having a man sit in on The View, or is it women only?
You're saying about yourself that, hey, that's a terrible thing to be. It's not a terrible thing to be. That's why we fought. That's what we were fighting for, so that you could stand in that podium, so that Catherine Jean-Pierre could stand at that podium. So women of all kinds of colors and...
Karoline Jean-Pierre was terrible at that job, was only picked because she was a black lesbian woman. She was terrible. Everyone knows she's the worst press secretary in history. If that's what DEI does and what woke does, imagine your Pentagon under someone like Karoline Jean-Pierre. Imagine someone like Karoline Jean-Pierre flying your airplane. Imagine someone like Karoline Jean-Pierre performing back surgery on your spine, completely unqualified, only gets the job. In fact, Biden flat out said it with Brown Jackson, the Supreme Court. I'm picking a black woman. Like, you got it because of that.
And by the way, I think she's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10.
And there's Joy Behar degrading her job. Joy Behar, a feminist, saying she only got the job probably because she's a 10. Oh, she's just a pretty woman. It's not because you're talented. Well, that's a feminist slapping a number grade on Karoline. Why don't we also slap number grade? What number would you give Karoline Jean-Pierre? What number are we going to slap on Whoopi Goldberg, Joy? I'll give Elisa Farrah Griffin. She's way up there. Wouldn't you say that was misogynist and just an awful thing to say or even to joke about, Joy?
But my point is that job would not maybe have been open to her.
No, I understand. I just wanted
us.
to clarify that.
Yeah.
Your point's false. I think she actually would have broken through that ceiling even if that job wasn't open to her. She might have been the Rosa Parks of the White House press secretaries. That's how talented she is. I'm John Mike Keene.